the insane Kenneth Law story, Micheal looks for answers, Leafs news, and so much more. Welcome to 6 Minutes, the show that keeps you updated with the 6 in minutes. I'm your host, Georgie. Let's get right into the stories. The Netflix documentary on this next story is gonna be crazy. Robin Hood or serial killer? After making worldwide news, Peel police have arrested Mississauga resident Kenneth Law and charged him with 2 counts of counseling or aiding unaliving. Authorities in the Peel region opened an investigation following a report from the Times of London in the United Kingdom. A journalist for the Times discovered that a GTA resident named Kenneth Law was responsible for selling sodium nitrate, a legal but lethal drug, to a young man in the UK who used the drug to unalive himself. Listen to the Times journalist pretending to be a customer looking to endgame, speaking with Kenneth on the phone.
Hello, Ken here.
Hi, Ken, it's John.
So you're interested in some of our products?
I just wanted to be really sure about my purchase, basically. What do you think the chances are that it will kill me?
I mean, it's a very, very high probability.
Is it legal?
Well, okay, that's a very much of a gray area. As long as I don't say that the intent is to commit, suicide, then it's fine. And the thing is, from your perspective, I mean, suicide is legal. I mean, no one else hurting anyone except yourself.
But then suddenly during our call, he said something that threw me. A motive, or a reason, I guess, beyond the obvious financial gain he would get from selling this product.
I mean, I haven't mentioned the reasoning behind this business because my mother suffered greatly when she had a stroke. She was bedridden, couldn't speak, and they had to feed her through a G-tube to her stomach. This is why I created some avenue of escape so that people, if they are in such a circumstance, can undertake it, either by themselves or by somebody else who's willing to assist. I mean, people might not consider what I do as being very favorable or, in fact, even criminal. But I think it is helpful for a small, very narrow group of people who really need an avenue like this because simply the laws of our society doesn't permit it.
According to reports, Kenneth was running an illegal operation from his home where he has been distributing the chemical to buyers through multiple websites.
Further investigation revealed that the suspect was associated with additional companies registered as In Time Cuisine, Ambuca, Academic/Academic, Escape Mode/Escape Mode, and IceMac.
It is expected that Kenneth is connected to more unalivings all over the world, as the Times of London allege he is connected to 7 deaths they're aware of, on top of the 2 cases in the Peel region. Canada's criminal code says anyone who counsels or aids a person to die by unaliving can face up to 14 years in prison. Kenneth is innocent until proven guilty. If you or any of your loved ones are looking to endgame, please check out the links in the description box down below. Conservative MP Micheal Chong learned that he and his family were targeted by the Chinese government this week, and he was furious.
Minister, when did you first find out that a PRC diplomat was targeting me and my family?
I've learned it through the news.
You have given accreditation to a diplomat here who is using his diplomatic immunity to target not just me and my family, but other members of Parliament. So why do you, Minister, continue to allow this diplomat to be accredited in this country on Canadian soil? That is the question. And you haven't answered the question.
CSIS confirmed Chong was targeted back in 2021 after he sponsored a motion condemning Beijing's conduct against Uyghurs as genocide. Trudeau insisted that CSIS never provided him with the information, which later turned out to be an outright lie.
Mr. Trudeau, you said previously that the CSIS report didn't make it out of CSIS. Yesterday, the National Security Advisor contradicted you, saying that it made it to the Privy Council office. Who told you it never left CSIS, and why did you come out and tell Canadians that?
In terms of what I shared the best information I had at the time on Wednesday, both to Mr. Chong and to Canadians.
But it turns out that information was incorrect, so who told you the report never left CSIS?
Okay. I get briefings regularly from various sources. I'm not going to go into details on that.
In response to the recent revelations, the Chinese embassy statement said, should the Canadian side continue to make provocations, China will play along every step of the way until the very end. Canada has summoned China's ambassador as the government considers expelling the accused Chinese diplomat. What is your take on the Chinese interference? I would love to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below. These are the top 50 bars in North America. Facing up against the US, Canada, Mexico, and the Caribbean, 50 Best just released their list of North America's 50 best bars, and 4 Toronto establishments have made the list. Ranked 12th on the list and voted the best bar in Canada for the second year in a row was Civil Liberties, located at Bloor in Ossington. Not far behind in 15th place was Bar Pompette, located in Little Italy. In 37th place on the list was Mother, located in Queen West. And in 43rd place in North America, Bar Mordecai, located in Dundas West. To see the full list of North America's 50 best bars, click the link in the description box down below. The Toronto Maple Leafs are headed into Game 3 in Florida tonight, down 2-0. The Leafs will be without rookie Matthew Knies, who is expected to miss the rest of the season with a concussion. Florida Panthers center Sam Bennett was fined $5,000 after Thursday night's game for his cross-check to the neck of Michael Bunting. Many Leafs fans are furious, pointing out the similarities between these two instances. In this case, Austin Matthews was suspended for 2 games. Bennett received no repercussions, however, for his Randy Orton RKO-style takedown of Knies away from the puck, which likely contributed to the 20-year-old's concussion. The Leafs are 3-0 in road games so far this year in the playoffs and will be looking to tally their first win of the series Sunday at 6:30 p.m. Tory Lane's lawyer Jose Baez claims mistaken identity played a role in Tory's conviction in the Meg Thee Stallion case. Baez's first post reads, "Mistaken eyewitness identifications contributed to approximately 69% of the more than 375 wrongful convictions in the United States overturned by post-conviction DNA evidence." Baez then proceeded to show 2 versions of the same story from a witness whose testimony played a major role in getting Tory locked up. In version 1 of the eyewitness identification, the witness claims to have seen one of the girls shoot after a fight erupted between Megan and Kelsey Harris. The witness then admitted to seeing the shorter guy trying to take the gun away. In version 2, the witness changed his story a bit, saying that the incident was quick and he saw Tory shouting, but he never saw a gun, only flashes coming from him. Tory now awaits a judge's ruling on his motion for a new trial, which is scheduled to be heard on May 8th. New music this week. On May 2nd, Casper T&G dropped 4 Wheelers in Giza. Check this one out.
We clean them glocks with features, forgot amnesia. Yeah. All I'm trying to do is chase these M's. Don't want no friend.
On May 3rd, Smiley dropped Eternals. Check this one out.
I met her BBs with a freaky tints all black, you can't even see us. I'm the bad guy like Vegeta. Fly her out, she thinks she Peter. I'm in Vegas for the weekend. There's some shit I can't even.
And on May 4th, Lifted Thought dropped his instrumental album, Voices of the Past. This one's called Love Prevails. Check this one out. All music heard in these episodes can be found in the Showcase Toronto Spotify playlist. And that's it for this episode of 6 Minutes. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and be sure to tune in to next week's episode. One love.